let's go ahead and talk about NXT. Mariah May, new gimmick gets revealed. Doing some Sabrina Carpenter. No, she's doing Toni Storm. I no, we're not doing this, y'all. We are not doing this. Y'all want to get so dissective when it comes to WWE and all this stuff. Whenever they steal a gimmick from somewhere else, y'all want to be like, no, well, actually, it's actually the no. This is Toni Storm. I don't care what y'all say about it's Sabrina Carpenter. It's bewitching. Literally, the first vignette that we seen was damn near 1-to-1 with Toni Storm's timeless Toni Storm vignette. We're not doing this. I hate when people will they will just grab their swords, grab their shields, put their helmets on, and slap on the I'm a WWE mindless soldier badge and just fight so hard for WWE. WWE is the super big corporation, stealing from smaller corporations every single time, and nobody calls it out. But if I went and I stole from a smaller content creator and did, like a series they were doing, everybody would be on my head. Everybody would. Because it's not right for the bigger corporation to be stealing from the smaller corporation. It's not right. I mean, it's not right for the bigger content creator to be stealing from the smaller content creator. So it should not be right here either. WWE should not have made Mariah May, aka Blake Monroe, into Toni Storm. By the way, those of y'all trying to say that it's Sabrina Carpenter, then why wouldn't she call herself Blake Carpenter? Why is she calling herself Blake Monroe? Like, come on, let's not be stupid here, okay? Let's not be stupid. It looks wrong by WWE to do this, especially when WWE has been trying to actively tear down AEW this entire year. You got all these WWE legends coming out of nowhere just speaking so negatively about WWE. Speaking about AEW, you have multiple different, reports from AEW wrestlers talking about how WWE wrestlers are all in their pockets, especially the black wrestlers. The biggest one being Swerve Strickland. We have all of WWE's counterbooking of AEW. We have all of these verbal contracts being offered to AEW wrestlers who are still under contract with WWE, who are still under contract with AEW and all that, with the likes of Penta, with the likes of Rey Fenix, with reportedly the likes of Malachi Black, and reportedly the likes of Miro. We have these two last guys phoning in matches, faking injuries, and all this stuff so they can just not get as much time in AEW so they can be healthy and all that stuff when they go back to WWE. We have all of this happening. And then you do this. And then you do this. It doesn't look right. That's my biggest point. Anybody defending it, it doesn't look right. This is not a good move, in my opinion, by WWE. It's just saying, we see AEW with this amazing, awesome gimmick. Let's take it. Let's take it by taking a woman who is basically playing that gimmick in AEW. Which, for the people who said, but you didn't have a problem with Mariah May doing it in AEW, there was a storyline around why she was doing it. She was trying to get one up on Toni Storm so she could eventually usurp Toni Storm and become the new face of women's wrestling in AEW. In WWE, who is she doing that with? There's nobody else there doing that gimmick. Y'all all told me that Tiffany Stratton is not doing a Sabrina Carpenter gimmick, even though I kind of thought she was doing a Sabrina Carpenter gimmick, but I guess she's doing a Barbie gimmick. Whatever, but she's not going to do it with her, and there's no way that you're going to have that even happen because Tiffany Stratton is still super dang over. I don't see Mariah May getting as over as Tiffany Stratton does, in my opinion, at least. And weren't WWE fans the same people that are telling me that Alexa Bliss can't go back to the goddess gimmick because Liv Morgan is right there? When her and Liv Morgan don't even have the same gimmick, even if you did do the goddess gimmick, it's not even the same, but because it's two short, blonde, white girls who can speak on the mic very well, doing, a heel thing, now it's too similar. It's too similar. But Toni Storm and Mariah May aren't similar because, well, actually, guys, you see here, Toni Storm is actually doing a 1920s gimmick, and Sabrina Carpenter is doing somewhat of a 1950s, 60s gimmick. Clearly, it is so much different. You see, Toni Storm is not actually Marilyn Monroe. It's not even Marilyn Monroe inspired. Whereas Mariah May / Blake Monroe is a bit more, Marilyn Monroe inspired, bruh, y'all compare Toni Storm for years to Marilyn Monroe. Sabrina Carpenter is compared to Marilyn Monroe. What are we talking about? Now I got people telling me that Sabrina Carpenter is not influenced by Marilyn Monroe, even though Sabrina Carpenter said that she was influenced by Marilyn Monroe. The whole little towel thing and all that stuff was influenced from Marilyn Monroe. Like, y'all are actively trying to wipe history every single day just to prove y'all points. No, let's just call a spade a freaking spade. Toni Storm was inspired by Marilyn Monroe. Sabrina Carpenter is inspired by Marilyn Monroe. Two different people not actively trying to tear each other down. If Sabrina Carpenter was actively trying to tear AEW down, I would say something. But she's not. WWE is actively trying to tear down AEW. They turned Trick Williams into a wannabe Swerve Strickland by having this man start rapping out of nowhere. Mind you, never heard Trick Williams rapping before until Swerve Strickland got super damn big. Then Trick Williams started rapping. You put him around AJ Francis, the same guy that Swerve Strickland was around. It made no sense for Trick Williams to be around AJ Francis at all in the slightest. It makes zero freaking sense. But y'all want to try to say it makes sense, so I guess it makes sense. No, they've been doing it every single dang time. It doesn't look right. If AEW had a bloodline, if they took Toa Liona, the one Samoan dude I think that they have, and then put him with three other Samoan dudes and one white dude, all of y'all would be throwing a fit. When Tekla was doing the whole little backwards thing and then the whole little twisty thing, I ain't even gonna try to do it. I would break my back. But when she was doing that, what did all y'all say? Oh, well, is she paying homage to Bray Wyatt? Because Bray Wyatt was the one doing that. When AEW had Will Ospreay and Swerve Strickland, no, not Swerve Strickland. When they had Will Ospreay and Kenny Omega working together, all y'all said, well, you see, WWE just had Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns working together, two very big rivals. Did AEW pay homage to that? Bruh. What are we talking about here? Like, and mind you, Will and Kenny was very similar to Cody and Roman. I'm not even going to say that it wasn't, because I'm pretty sure I said that it was. But y'all all had a problem with that, though. But don't have a problem with this. Mind you, I don't even have a problem with smaller creators doing that to bigger creators. That's like, I think like if a smaller company is taking from a bigger company, that's fine because they're trying to get up. If a bigger company is doing it to a smaller company, it's not right because they're just taking from the smaller company, trying to keep them from ever getting big. I've had multiple smaller creators do stuff that I did on social media, whether it be on my skits account with the stupid shake, with the stupid creator, with any of my other skits, on my main accounts, doing any of my pros and cons. Like, I don't even want to say this. Like, see, I don't even like saying that like I started these things, because I didn't start these fucking things, but I've seen creators do like doing similar things that I would do weeks after they did them. It didn't look, I didn't care about it. I did not care about it at all. People tried going in the comment section. I said, hey guys, don't do this and all that. I think it's really stupid that you're doing this. I do not mind if somebody else is doing it, especially if it's going to help them become a bigger creator. I don't care about it. The bigger creators aren't supposed to care because it's whatever. We already got ours. Let somebody else get theirs. WWE has had 50 years of having theirs. Let other companies be successful. It's feeling very Pokemon-esque with Power World. And mind you, now there's a whole new game coming out, Animo. You know damn well Pokemon Company is not going after Microsoft, but to go after the smaller company copying. They'll go after the smaller company copying, but not the bigger company. WWE doing the exact same thing. If AEW had 50 years of success and they did this whole Toni Storm thing now, WWE is not copying it. They're not, because it's not, it's not a smaller company. It's a rival company. You're 1A with each other. They're not going to do it because the smaller company that they've been trying to keep from ever being that 1A, now they want to do it. Now they want to do it, and it doesn't look right. It looks nasty. That's my biggest thing about this. I don't care that Mariah May is necessarily doing it because I think she's going to play the role very well. I just don't like it from a bigger creator, smaller creator standpoint. I think it looks weird in my opinion. And I don't even like the fact that her name is Blake either, because apparently it comes from her niece. You're doing a very sexual gimmick and your name comes from your child and niece? Really? That's disturbing. That's weird. Mind you, the name also comes from a porn star. The name comes from a porn star, which I was informed of, by the way. I don't even know who the hell Blake Monroe actually is, but it comes from a porn star, and I was told in my live that she does very family stuff. So that's the character you picked really? But then you're trying to say, well, no, I actually named it for my niece. No, now it looks even weirder. Now it looks even weirder because WWE, you fired Mandy Rose for doing the exact same kind of thing that the other Blake Monroe was doing. Oh, but now you're letting Mariah May have that name that comes from really this no. You're only allowing it because she's going to be doing Toni Storm's gimmick so that you can actually take over Toni Storm's gimmick, because Toni Storm's gimmick is going to now be on the declines. Like, she's coming off of her high. She's going to lose her title at All In. Probably going to have a big evolution with her character, most likely. So now that she's going to be losing the gimmick, now you can come take the gimmick. It doesn't look right, in my opinion. That's just me personally, okay? That's just how I feel on that. I personally don't like when bigger companies take from smaller companies and all that stuff. I think it just doesn't sit right with me, in my opinion. And I don't even necessarily like when a smaller company just copy paste a bigger company. Like, I don't like if AEW had a bloodline right now, I'd be like, yo, this looks corny as hell. Like, and I would call it out the same way. I'd be like, bro, you don't have to get over it like this. There's other ways to get over it. And anybody saying that like the Death Riders are a copy of the bloodline, the Death Riders are a copy of any damn faction trying to take over a company. So are the Bloodline. So are Aces and Eights. So are the Bullet Club. So are Main Event Mafia. So is Evolution. So is the Authority, not the Shield. The Authority, etc., etc., etc. That is every faction's goal, is to take over the company. Death Riders did not copy the Bloodline by any means. They were a bunch of people that were working as Blackpool Combat Club, a bunch of violent individuals coming together to enact their violence on other people. Like, it had nothing to do with taking over the company. They just wanted to go around and beat people's asses. That's all it really was. So, yeah, no, that doesn't really make any sense in my opinion. Now, if you get inspired by something, okay, cool. Also, weren't y'all the same people that were like WWE fans? Weren't y'all the same ones calling Toa Liona? I'm gonna throw pictures of these guys up on the screen, by the way. Y'all were calling Toa Liona a knockoff Roman Reigns because he was wearing jeans and he has tribal tattoos. You said the Samoan man with tribal tattoos was trying to be a Temu Roman Reigns because he was wearing jeans in a street fight. Most wrestlers, when they get into these street fights or unsanctioned matches, don't usually wear their attires. They wear whatever. Like, look at Sami Zayn when he had his match against Kevin Owens. He was wearing whatever. This is what happens. This is what happens. Also, he's a Samoan man with tribal tattoos. Do you know any Samoans without tribal tattoos? I don't think I know one of them. The only one I can think of is probably Nia Jax, and she might have tattoos somewhere. We don't even know. So it's like, no. Yeah, like that was actually just blatantly racist. I'm not even going to lie to you. So it's like, oh man. No, it looks nasty, okay? Y'all can try to, cut it any way you want to cut it. You can twist around the corners and all that stuff. It looks bad. It does not look good on WWE's part to be stealing a gimmick from another company that got over, especially stealing from Toni Storm too, by the way. Like, it looks even worse in my opinion.